Hi everybody, this is Taylor Barnes with the United States of Women. We are here in sunny Los Angeles at the Makers Conference, and we are joined by none other than Gloria Steinem herself. What an amazing day. Thank you so much for doing this. And I think it's so amazing to interview you now because I think we are seeing so much of the same excitement from the 60s and the 70s when were all marching every day. You know, what are some of the similarities you see during this time and some of the differences you see?
It's much bigger now. I mean, then it was a protest against the majority. Now it's the majority protesting against a kind of coup. and so it is way, way, way bigger and more diverse and more global.
Mm-hmm.
It's facilitated by the web, but I'm really glad to see that this proves that people know they have to put their bodies there too.
That's right.
You can't just press send.
That's right. Yeah.
And I was getting calls from cities around the world where they were organizing, and small towns in this country.
Mm-hmm.
No, this is a majority movement. That was very important. Obviously, the anti-war, everything was very important as a protest movement.
Yeah.
This is different.
Yeah, and I love that you touched on that there's digital advocacy, but then there's an in-person advocacy that you just can't replace with anything.
You can't replace it. Also, you have to remember that most people in the world don't have computers, don't have iPhones.
Yeah.
And there's something like 200 million more people who are female who are not literate.
Yeah. So,
we're way more together with the rest of the world when we protest and are present physically.
Yeah, and speaking of protesting, what's one issue that you didn't expect to still be protesting?
Well, I think that the fault of my thinking that was mine. Because in the beginning, I was kind of naive and I thought, well, this is so unjust. Surely if I just explain it to people.
Yeah.
So I didn't understand that Walmart was making billions of dollars off unequal pay, or that controlling reproduction of wombs is the first step in every hierarchy and is necessary to continuing racism, to continuing caste. And once you realize how deep it goes, you realize that we are in it not just for a few years, but for life.
Yeah. And what do you want the state of women to look like? It's a question we ask a lot of people. When you think of what you want the future generation's world to look like, what does that look like to you?
Well, it doesn't have gender. It doesn't have race. It doesn't have monotheism. Mm-hmm. Understands that if God, which is sort of a word for what we don't understand, is present in all living things, in trees and people. And therefore we understand that we are linked, we are not ranked.
Linked, not ranked. I love that. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. This has been such an honor, and thank you for being here.
Thank you.